What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Steam Deck video, and this is for Borderlands 4, and huge shout out to 2K for providing a code to check this out. And I've been diving in on a few different devices. Now we do have Lenovo here, so I can only do 5 logins at a time, so I can't test all my devices at once. But on the Steam Deck here, it's been pretty rough. I also believe it's kind of broken and not really running right to begin with, even though the game does have some performance issues anyway on PC. But we'll take a look at that, and we're going to take a look at the settings here and see what we're dealing with. So I'm going to be full screen 800p, no VSync, no frame rate cap here for this or anything like that. We're going to go over to our graphic settings. I'm just going to be on low. Normally I'd try a bunch of different settings, but there's just no point right now the way the game's running. We have FSR, TSR, XeSS, and all of that here. Frame gen available to us, which is pretty rough with such low frame rate that we have here. And then again, things are just basically on low. Anytime I tried to tick anything up, it got much worse than what we're going to see here running. So we'll get into it here, but 800p, low preset FSR performance, 4 gigabytes of VRAM set in the BIOS. And like I said, not only did I expect performance to be a little rough here anyways, I didn't expect it to be like this. It kind of seems more broken, needing some fixes. I tried different proton layers and stuff like that, and nothing really got better. Going to FSR quality, we'll lose a few FPS like we normally would expect, down to about 16, 17 from 20 there, and this is really just right around in the start area. We're not doing a lot. XeSS quality or performance will perform very similar to FSR in this game, but it doesn't really help fix the performance. You might get a little bit cleaner image, but yeah, nothing I did with settings or the game or anything outside of the game on the Steam Deck really got me there as far as making this run better or the way I thought that it should here. So anyway, back to FSR performance, low preset here, and we're gonna kick on frame gen. Now, this sometimes can be helpful even with a low frame rate, but in this game, especially as low as the frame rate is, it's pretty horrible, and I really wouldn't recommend trying to get into it. I couldn't play hardly at all with it this way, and it had a lot of skips, stutters, and issues anyway. But if you're using frame gen and doubling 15 and 20 FPS, it is not going to turn out that well, and it's really bad in this one. So while I don't really think anyone's going to be playing the game on Steam Deck anyway, at least not till we see some fixes and maybe get this thing up to 30 FPS without frame gen, this just is an even worse way to try to play it here. And I don't think lossless scaling is going to work either, because again, the base frame rate is just too broken, too low. We need at least a solid 30 if we're going to enjoy lossless or other frame generation here. So it was just overall kind of broken and rough experience right now on the Steam Deck, but I'm going to keep playing through the game. A huge fan of Borderlands, and I'll be playing it on other devices and on my PC and probably GeForce Now, and we'll check it out there as well and all that kind of stuff. But I'll cover this again if we get fixes, patches, things get to running better, and that kind of stuff, and we'll make another video if we get to that point. All right, guys, anyways, thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. I'll leave you with some gameplay here, and you can just see how this is running for yourself. Again, I didn't get into a lot of settings because right now there's just not really a point. Anyways, thanks for coming and check out the video as always. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.
You're looking for a big guy named Splash Zone. I kill everyone else too.
Time to put that.
These guys are called rippers because they rip the bolts right out of their necks. Oh, they also like to rip people's limbs off. But I'm pretty sure that's unrelated to the name.
That's a bit too good.